Hello and welcome to a brand new chapter in Life of the Party, Winds of Fortune. I'm R, your Dungeon Master. Winds of Fortune is the second arc of the Delphos saga, but you don't have to watch the first arc to enjoy this one. In the words of the world's most famous bard, what's past is prologue. Okay, are you ready to begin?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Oh, let's set off. Long ago, in the faraway realm of Caldera, in the city of Erran, stood an academy for the most elite of fighters and wielders of the arcane arts. Delphos Academy trained its students in the art of warfare, leadership, tactics, and diplomacy, and our three young heroes were the best of the best in their graduating year. The fiery tiefling, Pandora de Rossi, the finest evocation wizard of her generation. The Triton, Icarus Paleo, devout and powerful cleric of the storm goddess Cord, and inquisitive rogue Maze Hasegawa from the faraway Isle of Vishima, an expert in the art of deception and infiltration. These three young heroes would go down in legend in Erran, though perhaps not for the reasons they, or the Academy, had hoped. Chance would see these three Delphos hopefuls meeting on a contract for the Academy, but it was fate that brought them together. Pandora, Icarus and Maze were chosen by the Moirae themselves and experienced a shared deadly dream with Damianos Thalasi, Erran's top gladiator, witnessing his death. Over the coming weeks, figuring out the puzzle behind their fated dreams would bring them close to Damon and earn them quite the reputation around the Academy and the city, all whilst facing off against their final exams. They defeated the mighty Labyrinth challenge with ease, but success was ripped from them on their second task when the Armiger of Erran was murdered in the midst of it by a beastly assassin. Things only grew more complex from there. The students found themselves making a deal with a succubus named Adira, discovered a lost soul that had latched itself onto Maze during a brutal encounter back in Vishima, and with Icarus receiving contact from Cord herself, luring him away to the mysterious Green Flash. They were led into the clutches of Angelos Kondu, the crime lord of the city, and connected with the Brotherhood of the Griffon, a lawful mercenary company in the mountains. The stretches of Kondu's control became apparent when, by chance on their final task, the three students and Damianos collapsed into ancient tunnels below the city and discovered the existence of the Typhon Assembly, a secret order who took it upon themselves to puppeteer the whole of Erran from the shadows. At the head of this were three men: Kondu himself, High Councillor Leonido, and Lord Constantine Nephthys. Siding with Kondu's wife-turned-Gorgon, Melina, revealed a sinister plot from the Assembly to assassinate High Councillor Arcud and give them the control they needed to lead Erran to war. Too late, it seemed, as they returned to Erran with Melina, saw them wanted by the guard, and Damianos already in custody under false charges. The Oracle Helena revealed this to be a trap from the Assembly, but through some ingenious plotting of their own with the new armiger Roman Peshek, they were able to stop the assassination and face off with Councillor Adamos, the man meant to take Arcud's place. Devastation shook them when they realized Pandora's sister Persephone was part of the Assembly, along with her fiancé Royce, who revealed himself as the beastly assassin. Learning they planned to frame him, Royce turned on Adamos and killed him, and left Icarus, Pandora and Maze with no choice but to run. Rescuing Damianos from Nephthys' clutches, the four of them fled Erran from the top of the city's walls, taking flight with the Brotherhood of the Griffon and retreating to the mountains. Uncertain of what the future holds for them, they ride on now towards the Brotherhood's mountain stronghold, on the winds of fortune, drawn ever forwards by the entangled threads of fate. You are flying away from Erran on the backs of griffins. You have been travelling for several hours now, managing to get some rest leaning against the riders. You've travelled through the night, and the light slowly grows over the peaks of the mountains ahead of you as you approach, glinting off the waters of the Chaste Lake beyond. Your body's weary from being sat astride the griffin for so long, although rested well enough from the events of the night before. Erran feels like a lifetime ago, after travelling for such a long distance, and you find yourselves wanting no more right now than a warm and soft bed, and to sleep, as though that would make everything alright again. One of the griffin riders calls out from the front of Damianos' griffin, "Not long now, we should be there before the sun fully rises."
It's good to know.
The end of the statement is very nearly cut off by the booming sound of a loud, draconic screech
Why?
Not today. Please tell me that's your welcome wagon.
You hear Orion, the winged tiefling, calling out from ahead. Dragon!
Oh, you have got to be kidding me!
There's a little time to think as if summoned out of nowhere, you set eyes upon a huge, winged form tearing towards you, covered in black scales as thick as bricks, wisps of black and purple shadow trailing behind it.
Not today.
Not today!
Not today.
This has been too much of a day.
This giant, mist-covered dragon appears before you, exploding out of the cloud cover around the top of the mountains. I would like you to roll initiative.
Oh god! Everything with these guys is like, this might as well happen.
It's been less than 5 minutes.
Okay.
Pandora,
13.
Icarus,
I rolled 14, so 17.
17, Maze.
21.
Obviously.
And then just Damianos.
Oh, buddy.
Oh, buddy!
Right, so we're gonna have you guys and the Griffins and the Riders go on the same turn. So you tell me where you want the Griffins to go. The Riders will steer, and that counts as your movement and the Riders' movement during your turn whilst you're mounted.
Okay.
And then you will take your turn, and the Rider will take their turn afterwards.
Okay.
So, as it approaches from the tops of the mountains, Maze, you're up first. The Griffins that you're on can move 80 feet a turn.
Oh, okay.
How far away is the creature?
Not that far.
50, 60 feet.
Yeah.
So you can get right up to it if you want to.
Oh, do I want to jump on this dragon?
God.
I'd be more effective if I did, but I'm not that stupid. Or am I? Then, because, see if we can come up to about here.
Absolutely.
And like, swerve to curve. I would like to bonus action insightful fighting.
Sure.
Please.
27.
Oh, it's got a +9, but that was only 11.
Oh, wow.
Yep, you got insightful fighting.
I sure do, and then we'll use an action to pull out their little hand crossbow.
Nice.
Because it's the only ranged thing I have. And take a little pot shot.
Nice.
9 to hit. Ain't gonna hit.
It's not going to hit.
Nope.
Lorian, the silver-haired elf at the front of your Griffin, is going to swerve the Griffin slightly. The Griffin is going to take the dodge action.
Nice. Smart.
And Lorian will try and also shoot a crossbow bolt at it. That hits at 21.
Nice. Lorian.
Come on, Lorian.
For 3 points of piercing damage, but you notice straight away it doesn't do as much as you'd hope.
Every little helps.
Every little helps.
Chip away at it.
Ooh.
Okay, Icarus.
Can it please make a dex save for me, I believe?
Do you need to get closer? Just to...
I do not. It's 120 foot
Nice.
range. I'm casting Call Lightning at level 4. So it needs to make a dex 13 save for me, please.
Dex 13.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes it at 50, but it still takes half.
Still 6 half. So as they're flying, Icarus will just hold this symbol of cord up to the sky and turn his hand. As he does, the clouds will start swirling around where the dragon is, and this huge grey mass of clouds will just start shimmering with lightning. And then one single strand of lightning will come down and hit it. Nah, not much at all. 8, 9, 15 damage.
15
so half
damage.
that of 7.
Okay, it strikes true. You notice again it doesn't do as much as you'd like it to. And Yusuf, your half elf, half orc friend on the front of your Griffin, is going to fly it a little bit closer.
How much?
Like a couple of squares behind May's Griffin. Cool.
Oh, you're concentrating on that as well, aren't
Yes, I am.
he's concentrating.
Yeah, I'm planning on keeping that up as long as I can.
The Griffon once again is gonna use the dodge action.
Swerve.
They've been trained.
And you are going to see Yusuf's hand come up as he draws a small amount of blood on one of his fingers.
Nice.
Pardon?
Bane.
Bane it.
Oh, it makes it. It doesn't take as he tries to cast Bane.
It's not thinking though.
Okay. Pandora.
She's clinging onto her rider, just eyes bloodshot and tears staining her face. She's not really even concentrating on what she's doing, it's more just on instinct. She throws out her hand and tries to cast blindness on it. Can it make a constitution save?
It can try. That's a 21.
Doesn't take.
This thing.
It's a dragon.
I know.
Okay, Your rider, who is wearing a helmet at the moment, whose face you have not yet seen, is going to move over here and, you guessed it, take a crossbow shot. Ouch. Is gonna hit.
Woo!
Wow. That's a 1 on the dice again.
No.
So 3,
Wow.
so 1.
Oh no!
Takes another crossbow pot shot as the Griffon dodges. Orion's turn.
What you gonna do, baby?
Orion.
Our good friend and boy.
Orion, I love you.
35 feet. Okay, he is going to fly a little bit closer and away so you guys are not in a line or anything like that. And he is going to throw his sword out, and you're going to see a loop of magical energy forming around it and then forming around the dragon.
Oh.
Come on. Ah, it's not going to take it.
No!
It's to constitute.
It's going to take! Oh! It's going to take! As he casts Earthbind.
Oh my god!
Oh god!
You
That's getting
see
pulled down, huh?
the magical energy surrounding the dragon, like slowing its wings, and it start to slowly move downwards towards the ground.
Oh.
Orion!
How high up are we right now?
Probably 400 feet up. Okay, it starts to drop. Damianos. Oh no, the dragon. The dragon.
Dragon first.
Does it have... It's concentration, so Erran needs a concentration ring.
Okay.
There is no further save,
Oh god!
so the dragon drops 60 feet.
Ooh.
It's still flailing around trying to move its wings, but it is dropping rapidly. A 90-foot cone.
Oh.
It can probably, from 60 feet down, hit Maze, Icarus, and Orion.
Okay.
If it's upwards in a cone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why
Okay,
not?
so can Maze, Icarus, Orion, and then
Their riders.
their riders make me a dexterity saving throw.
Hooray for dexterity.
Only a 9.
11. And then the 2 riders. Neither of them make it.
No.
Rough. Okay, so Orion manages to swerve out the way and will take half damage.
I have evasion, so I will take
You
half.
will take
because I
half
failed.
damage because it's a dex save.
Yeah.
And then the rest of you. Okay.
How many dice is that?
16d6.
Which I can't even shake it.
Okay, lots of low numbers. Lots of low numbers. Okay, so Orion and May is taking half. 45 points of necrotic damage. So
22.
22.
Okay.
And Icarus and Orion both need to make a concentration saving throw. To beat
Christ.
22 and, well, 45.
So you have to do 22.
I have to what?
Yeah, you have to beat 22 on a concentration save.
No way I'm gonna do that.
Oh, Orion neither.
Oh.
The earthbind drops, as does the cool lightning.
Oh boy.
Even with advantage on my con saves, there's no way I can make that.
Yeah, you'd need a crit or a 19.
It lets out this explosive cone of necrotic energy, like all of it smoking with black and purple smoke, and then it starts to fly up again. Damon's turn.
Hi.
Damon seeing this from the back of the group like, oh my god!
You're right.
Not just Maglubia, but all of them.
Just all of them.
He is going to fly closer to here. So he's got you guys all within 30 feet of him, and he's going to cast Aid. Your hit point maximum got up by 5, and you will get 5 temporary hit points. Okay, so he's going to move in, cast Aid across all of you. Goes, a little something to buff you up.
Appreciate it.
And we're back to the top of the round, Maze.
Okay. Yeah, kind of taking a note out of Ryan's book so we're a little bit less clustered after something like that's happened. We'll try and come over this direction.
Absolutely.
And we'll take another attack with the crossbow.
Yeah.
That's really all I can do right now. For 18?
18 is the AC.
Yes. So that's...
And it's magical to overcome resistances.
Yeah, any weapon I hold is
Because-
magical because of my braces of moonlight. So that's 4d6 from sneak attack and another d6 from the crossbow itself. God, 5d6 total. Okay. 21 points of damage.
Nice.
And... I will... No, dodge isn't a cunning action. Never mind. There's no bonus actions I can take. So yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. The Griffon again will dodge. The rider, Lorien, the silver-haired elf, will try and take another crossbow attack. That's too many d6s on my dice tray. Nope, but that does not hit. So flies wide. Icarus.
Ah, come on, you, so let's get around this thing. We will fly around this way. So again, we're not clustered. We can sort of get a different angle on it. And then as we're flying past the side of it, Icarus is going to raise his symbol of cord again and cast guiding bolt at third level.
Okay.
Specific. So that's 120 foot range. So it needs to hit.
Wait.
Doesn't.
Oh,
Icarus
goes
is not doing
wide,
it.
flies across over the dragon's head. Okay, Yusuf. It's like, don't worry, you got this, buddy.
I don't think so.
And he is going to reach back and slap your thigh and cast Cure Wounds.
Oh!
At third level.
That's
so
very nice of him.
you are going to get 16 hit points back.
Thank you.
Hell yeah.
That feels better.
Okay, that is his turn. These guys are just trying to keep you guys alive. Pandora.
This thing's big.
Bit short.
Yeah. She'll send out a green ghostly version of herself out into it to try and cast blight on it.
Ooh,
And
nice.
it make another con save. I'm sure it's very good at those.
Sure is. 16?
Yeah, makes it, but still gets half damage. So 8d8 of damage.
Hell yeah,
Lots
Pandora.
of smalls. Hang on, so 10, 20, 32, 34, 41 halved, so 20 points of necrotic damage.
Still doesn't do as much as you think it's going to.
Necrotic.
It did just
Oh, but it's
necrotic attack us.
resistant.
Yeah.
Hell yeah!
At least it's not immune like the Cerberus was.
Yes, not immune.
Bleed nervous.
I'll come back and look at it.
Right. The Griffon rider at the front of you. Just gonna fly you guys a little bit closer. Just a little bit. Not there. There we go. And try and take a crossbow pot shot. Pew! They were not prepared to be fighting on the way back here.
None of us were.
No, that's not gonna happen. Orion. Here, Orion just like, for Bahamut's sake! He is going to pull a hand back and fling an orb of magic at it.
Come on.
Under 10. It's not meant to be. The orb of magic just like fizzles out as it goes flying by, and this thing's proving wily and hard to hit.
What a bastard.
The dragon's turn.
No.
First of all, does it get its breath weapon back? It does not.
Thank God.
Instead, it's going to move forwards directly towards Pandora and the Griffon Rider.
Like, straight up to them?
Straight up to them.
Oof, too close.
It's going to reach out and try and bite Pandora. For a 17.
Yep.
For 18 piercing damage plus 6 necrotic damage. 24.
24.
And then it's going to try and slash at the rider. Doesn't hit. And then try and slash at disadvantage at the griffin who's dodging. Doesn't hit.
Nice. Good.
Okay, that's its turn. Damianos. And Damianos is riding with Farron, the elf that you met before. Damon is going to summon his spiritual weapon beside it. Get the griffin to fly real nice and close.
Weapons.
Yeah, I was about to put it in.
So he will try and thwack it with the spiritual weapon, which is as you remember, a giant blood dripping axe. That's a 20, so that hits.
Oh, nice.
20.
Thank you, Damon.
Someone's got to do something to this thing. For 8 force damage, which you notice does the full extent of damage.
Okay.
God.
Then he's going to try and just thwack it himself with his weapon.
Yay!
So swings out his short sword, tries to hit. Misses entirely. The wings sort of flicks up and the sword goes wide. He's like, it's okay, we're gonna get this! And now up close, Farron will try and also take a swipe at it with a lance. Also misses. The two of them just sort of like struggling to catch onto this dragon. May is at the top of the round.
Question. Can we flank in midair?
Yeah, absolutely.
Then
Get around it.
Yep. Then I'm gonna get me and my bud to come up on its ass. On its big dragon ass. And stowing the crossbow away is now gonna unsheath both swords and fucking whirlwind strike at this dragon. Enough is enough!
Oh.
I'm stressed. Crit!
Nice!
Crit! Yes!
God.
That's a D8 and 46.
Yes!
Yes.
With magical weapons.
With magical weapons. Everything I touch is magical.
You're right.
16. 17. 34. 38 points of damage.
38 points of damage on the first attack.
And I have one more attack. That's a 19 on the dice, so
That hits.
20 something for another 3 points of damage.
Nice. It's now under triple figures.
Great.
Nice.
Tight.
Good going, Maze. And Lorian will also take a swipe with his lance. Seeing as we're up close. That's not going to hit. But seeing as you're up close, instead of the dodge action, the griffin is going to try and take its 2 attacks.
Yay! Touch the griffin quick.
Griffins are magical, right?
Oh, so this can hit. Both of those hit, yep. Okay, that's 6 and then an additional 7, 13, halved. 6. Still does something. Okay. The Griffin just strikes out with both of its claws. Okay, Icarus.
Can it make a charisma 13 save for me, please?
Very likely can.
Not really. Charismatic dragon.
That's a 27.
Nothing happens.
Okay. Yusuf is going to turn around and within 30 feet, he's going to try and bane it again.
Come on.
Is it at advantage now because they...
Not on a spell.
It's a save.
Oh. And it doesn't take. Reaches out, tries to cast it again. You see the same, like, arcane energy thrum over it, shakes it right off. Pandora.
She's gonna pull, like, grab onto the reins and pull back so that I can't reach.
Fly you goes out.
Yeah, just fly us out the way, like further back.
It will try and take an opportunity against.
Oh, good.
Oh, completely misses. That's a 3.
Cool. She's just gonna fling out a fireball at it at 4th level. Can it make a dex save?
Okay. Oh, that's a 9.
Right. So I can re-roll once.
Sure can.
Reroll that. Cool. And then one more of these as well, so hang on, that's 12, 22, 20. Yep. 24, 26, 29. 35 points of fire damage.
5 points. It still doesn't do as much as you'd hoped.
Oh my god. Love. How resistant is this thing?
But it's starting to look rough.
No, it's not. Look. Sorry, just a triple.
That's good.
Oh boy.
So with your Griffin taking the dodge action, the rider will try and take crossbow. Shot. Wow.
Oh no.
Gets another crossbow bolt. Flies free. And Orion will fly right into it.
Come on, lad.
So, as a bonus action, he's going to summon his magical double-bladed scimitar straight into his hand. He's never carrying it, just whoosh, summons into his hand.
That's sick.
I love him.
And then he's going to take first attack at it at advantage because it's super
flanked.
So flanked right now. First one strikes. You see this magical scimitar like slash across its body. Take a second attack against it. Still at advantage. That's going to hit. That really is starting to look a little rough. The dragon, however, does it get its breath weapon back? It does not. So instead it's going to try and turn and bite Orion. Oof. Okay.
Because Orion gets bit.
Orion gets bitten. Christ.
I don't like it.
It's still up.
Okay.
Orion's starting to look pretty rough. You see his 2 bat wings like beating tiredly. The dragon's going to take its second attack at Damon.
No.
Swing a claw out. And its third attack at Maze.
That's fine.
22.
Yeah.
For 10 points of slashing damage.
Uncanny dodge.
Cool. Cool.
Just duck and get clipped.
Damianos' turn. Why not? Gonna swing his sword again.
Yeah.
It's very flanked right now.
Oh, it's very flanked, isn't it?
It's super flanked right now.
That is gonna hit.
Yay!
We love a hit when it happens in this game. Maze.
I'm here and I will hack and slash because
A t-shirt.
I'm here, I'm queer, you're going to get stabbed. Yeah, dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Yeah, that hits.
Come on, I'm so nervous! That's not even enough D6s! No! 17 points of damage.
Nice.
And another attack. 18 on the dice, so 25 or something.
Yeah, that hits.
For another 2 points of damage.
Nice. Okay. Lorian, I wonder if he can do anything.
Come on, buddy, you got so much advantage right now.
He's currently just pointing his crossbow at the tail.
This one keeps missing.
Yeah, the tail's just flicking around.
You're going for the skinny bit, stop it!
At advantage, that's still only a 14.
He's going for the skinny bit.
Icarus.
Come on, boy.
Will I get anything in today?
Let's find out.
Tratton boy, I love you!
I'm gonna try and cast a 3rd level guiding bolt at it again. No then. Again, it just flies past.
Okay, Yusuf. Also failing to do anything at any point. Yusuf is just gonna slap your thigh again and be like, you know what, buddy? I know you can do this and give you guidance for the next time.
That's very nice of him.
He's trying to steer a Griffon. He's just like, please do something.
Icarus would like to do something.
Pandora.
So fire and necrotic have not been as effective as she's wanted to be.
The only thing that you've seen is as effective so far is magical weapons and force damage.
Cool, I don't have either of those. At least not that will do much. She's gonna try and blind it again, I guess. Okay. Constitution save, please. Probably got like a +11 for that.
That's it's got +10, so that's a 13.
It fails! It's blind! So it has disadvantage on its attacks and we have advantage.
On all attacks! On all attacks!
All attacks.
Even spell attack!
We'll see.
Okay, it is blind. That's concentration for Pandora?
No, it's not. It just lasts for a minute and
Oh my
it
God.
can
Save again.
it can save at the end of each turn.
Okay, the Griffin Rider is now going to try and strike it. Still at advantage with the crossbow this time.
Please.
No.
This is rude.
It's because of the high AC. It's just like
Yeah.
like they're not rolling really terribly, but it's got an 18 AC. Erran is going to try and hit it again with the scimitar. Advantage. That hits. Okay. The dragon is going to lash out blindly. It's going to. Oh, does its breath weapon?
No!
Its breath weapon recharges. So it is just going to blast blindly in front of it a cone. So that would be, it's each creature within a 90-foot cone, which means it's going to hit Damon and the Rider and the Griffin, Pandora and the Rider and the Griffin. Yeah.
But at least not anyone who was hit by it last time.
Yes,
Yeah.
different people this time. So that's a Dex save 18.
Oh boy. No.
Okay.
13.
Ridiculous.
Oh, we've lost it so quickly.
Oh god.
Oh god, this is a lot worse than
Oh,
last
no.
time.
Oh no.
56 points of necrotic damage.
Do you fall off the Griffin if you're unconscious?
No.
Okay, I'm unconscious.
So is the Rider.
What about the Griffin?
That's the Griffin.
The Griffin was taking the dodge action, so I'm going to call it half damage so it doesn't just die straight up.
Okay.
Because, so, very rough. Damon is still up. His Rider is not.
Oh god.
Can you ride a Griffin, Damon?
So Pandora's unconscious.
Yep.
The riders are unconscious. The griffins are on their last legs, and Damon is still up, but just barely. Okay.
Oh, boy.
That's the dragon's turn, and then it's going to try and save against blindness.
It's a 15 to be on a con save.
14. Still blind.
Oh, that's something at least.
It's Damon's turn. Damon is going to lay on hands the griffin. He doesn't want that to go down.
Yep.
So he's going to use half his pool of lay on hands to bring the griffin back up to 20 hit points.
Smart man.
And then he's going to use his bonus action to try and hit with the spiritual weapon.
At advantage.
Yeah, at advantage. Yeah, that definitely hits.
Cool.
That's rough, buddy. Again, the spiritual weapon does full damage.
Nice.
His rider is unconscious. Maze.
How rough is this thing looking?
Not that rough.
Not that rough.
God.
Mm-mm. Like it's definitely a lot rougher than it started, but it's not like about to drop.
I'll just take 2 more hits from where I am.
Get it down.
25.
Yeah, that hits.
25 points of damage on the first attack.
Nice.
And 26 to hit for the second one.
Yep.
For another 4 points of damage.
Get a maze.
Now it's looking very rough.
Okay. And now it's looking very rough. Can I tell my rider to go back a bit and catch me if I fall?
You can tell him to do that. He can give it a go.
And I would like to climb onto the dragon.
Okay, make me an athletics check to land on it safely.
Sure.
God.
But it's not a disadvantage. The rider will pull up as close as you can. It's a big creature.
11.
11. You get onto it and you're not dropping, but you're like clinging on right now.
That's fine. I just want to try and distract it.
Okay. The rider is going to hold an action to try and catch you, basically, if you fall. Icarus, you have your guidance. You have a D4 to add to whatever you roll,
And you do have advantage.
and you have advantage.
I'm going to try and guide and bolt again at third level, my last third level spell slot.
Advantage plus a D4.
Please. Oh,
Yes, there we go.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
yeah, that's going to hit. Thank
Okay.
God.
Roll damage.
That's a 19 and a 17, so guiding bolt is 66.
That's pretty sweet.
That's why I wanted it the whole time.
Ooh, nice.
26.
Yeah, 26.
You have the floor.
Radiant damage.
Oh, hell yeah.
And you throw out this guiding bolt and you see it hit it like square in the chest, and this radiant energy ripple through the dragon. Make a dex save.
No, wait. So, flying, I'm going to have the griffin fly forwards. Just scream and throw out this radiant damage as it starts to fall, and Maze starts to fall as well. I'm going to take out the very small, what's it called? The ring of feather falling, there's actually a coin, and jump after you to grab you so that you're falling slower.
Okay.
I'm sure I'd make the text. I don't care. I'm scared. I want to try and help you.
I will let you do that.
Just so that there's a chance for them to grab us so that it's falling at a different speed.
Okay. So you've got the ring of featherfall and you're jumping after Maze.
Yeah.
Maze, make a dex save anyway.
24.
24. Okay, you're still clinging onto the corpse of this thing as it goes down. It's plummeting downwards, and Icarus jumps towards you with the ring of featherfall. You manage to catch on. The body of this thing just starts to drop rapidly down towards the ground, and you find that because you weigh less than it, you're lifting up, and you see it plummeting down towards the ground. As it does, below you in the cloud cover, a vortex of shadow seems to open up beneath it, and it swallows the dying body before it can make impact with the ground.
If somebody wants to help us before we get into that thing!
Like that, it's gone. Yusuf will fly directly downwards with the Griffon, as will Lorien on the other Griffon, and try and catch you guys. And before long, you're back across the mounts, like clinging on.
Good shot, buddy.
Damon will fly, like swoop straight over to Pandora and slap down the rest of his lay on hands and bring you back up to 20 hit points.
I just get back on behind Yusuf and just put my face on his back and just stay quiet again.
He will reach and grab your arm around him and just hold you there. Okay, not long. We're gonna be back before you know it.
Don't say that. Last time you said that there was a dragon.
Orion will fly up to the Griffon that Pandora is on and like slide on with the unconscious rider and take the reins. And the group of you, now battered and beaten unexpectedly, start to recuperate a little and fly on towards Arx Volatus. You can see that the Griffon under Pandora is struggling, heading down, nearly crash landing towards the fortress, this towering shape of the mountain stronghold of the Brotherhood of the Griffon, which appears seemingly out of nowhere as you dip through the cloud cover in the middle of these two mountain peaks. You see several narrow square towers around a fortress town connected by heavy walls made of black marble. You see overhanging crenellations for archers and artillery, grand windows scattered across tall and elegant central buildings with high peaked roofs, elven architecture which you've seen in books before, delicate and dignified. The approach is a huge stone bridge between the two mountain peaks, a vast gate with metal doors set into the wall there. And inside from above you can see various buildings, large and small. You can see what must be barracks, stables, housing, a tavern, grain stores, small farming fields cut into the mountainside. Inside the walls cultivated grass, gardens of flowers and hanging plants, and what you're aiming for, a long dirt landing strip with deep tracks where you've seen the Griffon, well, deep tracks where the Griffon's repeated landings have like scraped through the mud time after time. The Griffon swoop down towards the castle grounds and land with a heavy, exhausted bump. Pandora's stumbling slightly until it sort of half bows down. Heaving and exhausted after such a long flight carrying so many riders, they stretch their wings and they shake them out and immediately just sort of like lower down and loaf so that you can dismount.
Oh no!
The riders immediately dismount and they rush to the side of the one who's still unconscious, and between them they're able to rouse this rider back to consciousness. Pull off the helmet and you see a high elf with blonde ringlets and a feminine face and like alabaster pale skin. Beautiful. A little bit roughed up now. It's just like, okay, we beat it. We beat it. The other elf, the silver-haired one, introduced himself properly now as Lorien Salin, Orion's brother, and him and Orion just give each other a big embrace. Whatever tensions they may have had between them, sort of slightly negated by that situation.
Yeah, a little bit.
And Orion turns to you three and Damon. We should get you inside to rest.
Yeah, what exactly is the plan here?
I don't particularly know. If I get you in and you can just rest up and heal. Oh, I can take you to see one of the physicians, first of all. And then you can, I don't know, sleep if you want to.
Okay.
And then I'll speak to my father and we'll see what the Brotherhood's plan is from here.
I'm gonna reach and take Pandora's hand. Just give it a squeeze.
It's like she's having trouble standing upright, like is having to sort of like hang on to a wall or something, like just knees knocking together, can't really focus on anything.
Damianos will come around your other side then and just put an arm around your waist and be like, we got you. We've got you. Let's just get inside.
You're okay.
They lead you up like a set of stone steps, so the inside of here there's various tiers where the fortress is like cut into the mountainside, lead you up some steps to a small connected building to the main part of the fortress. which is the physician's office, basically.
Hey.
Hi.
You're welcomed into the office, and you see there a woman in a long white robe and a sheer red veil that covers her face entirely, with red hair sort of neatly in a bun behind her head. Orion dips his head sort of in greeting, and Physician Artemia, we could use some of your assistance right now. And she just, I can see that. Please take a seat.
Plonk ourselves down. Take a deep breath.
And in silence, she will mix together some salves and sort of check you over clean wounds and apply these salves to them, and you will effectively gain a full rest of health back, so as she works.
Thank you, Artemia.
An angel.
An angel.
She doesn't remove the veil at all. You can just make out sort of delicate features of her face behind it, but she doesn't remove it at all, and she barely says anything as she works.
Okay.
After that, Orion leads you back out of the physician's office and into the main doors of the fortress. Inside you see long winding hallways, intricate arches and copious amounts of plants, beautiful tapestries on the wall, glints of silver on all of the fixtures, all in this delicate, intricate elven style. As you walk, he just talks idly about Arx Volatus, just as something to fill like the dreadful silence that's coming over everybody. He tells you that not everyone who lives at Arx Volatus is a mercenary. We have about 250 people here, or we did the last time I was here. Everybody here gets like a basic wage, and everybody pulls their weight and does what they can to keep the place going. You know, we've got people working as attendants, kitchen staff, gardeners, everyone putting their interests to best use and keeping the fortress self-sustaining. It's a pretty good operation, really. As you walk through, you reach a broad, widening circular staircase leading up to higher levels at the entrance of like this grand hall, and he leads you up the staircase, winding around like the white stone steps. Each level has its own mezzanine looking over this great hall, and you can see the dawn light is pouring in through a massive wall-side stained glass window over a half-moon shaped table with 5 seats. As you climb up, Orion tells you a little bit more about the history of Arx Volatus, how it was built by the first Litheni elven explorers who left Elanithal when it was first built in the north of the continent. It withstood several sieges during the War of the Three Crowns, before being abandoned as the Litheni retreated to the north. After the war, a handful of elves who didn't believe that the Litheni were on the right side of it decided to stay there and make their own settlement and aid whoever needed it. They rejected the Elanithal monarchy and made their own community. And that's when they discovered a nest of griffins living in the peaks.
Oh!
And over the decades, they befriended them. Elves have long lives. Griffins also have incredibly long lives. And over time, the elves and the griffins became one working unit, and the Brotherhood of the Griffon was born. Started as simply a mercenary stronghold, but eventually, over the centuries, they took refugees from villages that they helped, or other people moved there looking for a safe place to stay, and now there's over 250 people in the fortress and the surrounding village. By this point, when he's recounted all of this history, just kind of idly, and you can see him looking around and feeling a little nostalgic about what he's looking at, having not been here for 6 years or so. You're shown to some humble but beautiful bedrooms in this same elven architectural style, with tapestries and plants and silver, and all of the windows with coloured glass that throws like beautiful rainbow colours across. It's 4 chambers with large double interconnecting doors with their own locks along like a stretch of hallway. When you walk in, the double doors are all open, so it's kind of like one long building. He says, I'm pretty sure this will probably do for you guys.
Sure, thanks.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, just rest and recover, and I will go find my father and have somebody call you when we need to speak to you later. And I'm gonna give you a hug.
Okay, that'll be good.
I'm glad that you're all alive. And he's gonna give each of you a big hug. And then he will fold his wings back away and you'll see him like fix his cloak over them and head off back out into the corridor.
Love him.
Leaving the 3 of you and Damon alone. Damon just sits at the edge of one of the beds and puts his head in his hands.
That was a time.
Yeah. And I don't even know what you guys went through.
I don't even know where to start. Things unraveled so quickly as soon as we got back to the city.
Dora?
She can't say anything. It's just tears rolling down her face.
This is a mess. I don't know what we're gonna do.
Nope.
But we can't go back there in a hurry.
Not until we can clear our names.
I'm gonna get some sleep. I'm sorry that all of this has happened.
It's okay, I guess. What else can we do?
Yeah. Yeah.
God.
Tell me about it.
Come on, Dora, you should get some sleep.
Sort of half nods to you.
I'll lead you to one of the beds and just be like, bed.
Are they like, you say they're all interconnected, like are they one room or are they like...
So imagine like it's a really elongated rectangle of like 4 rooms,
Okay.
but all of them separate rooms with double doors that are open that connect on each wall.
Okay, right. Cool. Just sort of huddle herself into bed and turn away from you.
Give me a shout if you need anything, okay?
And she doesn't say anything.
Anything, just... I'll just be next door. I'll leave and close the doors.
Nate's just kind of nods to both Damon and Icarus and goes to find their own bedroom. Close all the doors.
You holding up okay, Temple?
Yep.
Good. Me too.
Yep.
I'm just gonna clap a hand on your shoulder and squeeze it. Everything feels better when you slept.
We'll see.
Come on, let me believe that. And he will also bid you adieu and just go and flop onto the next room's bed. And you see him just like,
Icarus will do what he said and go take the room next to Pandora's and just sit and cry.
It's a good few hours before anyone comes and knocks. And when they do, it's Lorien again, the silver-haired elf, who is Orion's brother. Knocks on each of the doors. It's like, the council would like to speak with you.
Yes. That would be nice to talk to who's in charge.
If you'd like, I can give you some time to wash up and...
Yeah, do you guys have baths here?
I can show you to the bath.
Please.
Yeah, of course.
Gonna go knock on Pandora's door. Hey, we're gonna go get washed up. Do you wanna come get a bath?
There's no answer from her room.
Damon's gonna, come on, Firefly, I know it's rough, We gotta get this stuff done.
She eventually comes out but doesn't look at any of you.
Okay. And Lorien will lead you down one floor of the spiral staircase. You notice that, like, whilst it does seem to be a sort of a spider web of corridors with rooms on, it's all sort of around this central staircase in a really easy to navigate way. And the bathhouse on the next floor down is like this sprawling crystal water, hot mist rising from the top of it, and an open roof in one part with the sun shining in and warming the water. You can get into the bath and relax, feel your muscles like thanking you for the hot water, and look up at the open roof and realize you can just see clouds and daylight and like the top peaks of the mountains.
Yeah.
I want it. I need it.
They're just gonna kind of like flop up next to Icarus so they can just be tub bros.
Hey,
Hey.
you good?
I mean, if I don't think about it, I'm fine.
Yeah, same.
But I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, same.
It's okay, we got a lot of work to do.
God. Yeah, a lot of work.
A lot of work. And just whispering into your ear a little bit, I guess we do our best to give her the space she needs without letting her fall into
Internalize?
herself, yeah.
Definitely. We got this.
Yeah.
We got her. Just
You can
take a moment.
take a long bath. Lorien isn't going to rush you after what you've just been through. Like, once you're out, and they can get you some clean clothes, seeing as you came here with nothing.
Literally nothing.
Get you just sort of like some like gracke trousers and white shirts. Just sort of basic wear, but at least it's not your bloodied and filthied Delphos uniforms. And guides you back out, back down the central staircase. As you do, he talks to you about the council. So, the council, they run everything here. They are the council of the Brotherhood, but they run Arx Volatus as a town as well. We don't have a single leader. We have a council of 5 people, for which any member of the Brotherhood can be nominated. It's expected that nominees will be selected based on the weight of their good deeds. You don't have to have any prior experience, you just have to have good ideas. Each citizen here gets a vote towards members of the council, and I mean, if a vote comes up while you guys are staying here, you too will have a say. And council members will stay in power until someone wishes to call a revote contesting their position, which can happen from 6 months after they take power, if anyone thinks that they're doing a terrible job. I mean, my dad has been a member of the council for 100 years, so...
Not that bad of a job.
Yeah, doing a
No,
good job.
not so bad. I think Erran has probably told you that we worship Bahamut here, but it's not expected that you should have to. We don't have any temples, but we do have rooms of worship if you have your own gods that you want to pray to. Bahamut doesn't ask for temples and houses of worship, so we've just got quiet spaces where you can sit with your thoughts if you want that.
That's nice to know. Thank you.
He will lead you down to the half moon shaped table where you'll see Orion is already waiting. And you will see there, sat at the table now, the Council of 5. You see a silver, pale wood elf, who surely must be Orion and Dorian and Amaril's father. He introduces himself as Elashor.
What a name.
Elashor Sailin. You see looks like he must be a human, half elf, sort of human features, but still some of the elven tips on the ears, and dark skin, grey stubble, balding head, introduced himself as Obadiah.
Obadiah! A country elf.
I am a country half elf. You see, sat right in the centre of the table, a Goliath woman, grey skin, black markings, bald head. She introduced herself as Florentine Geschwind.
Hell yeah.
Oh!
And she has a very posh accent when she speaks.
She can keep talking.
Fancy town.
A dark-haired tan elf who has sort of ethereal fey quality to her, Ainwyn. And finally a blonde-haired pale elf who's Elion. He looks quite significantly younger than the others, and Orion will lean in as they introduce themselves and be like, he wasn't a member of the council last time I was here, I think must be new.
New blood.
It's Elishaw who speaks up, considering this is a family matter. It's good to meet you, all of you. And it's good to see you, Arendelle. So, I'm sorry for what you've been through. You're welcome to stay here with us at Arx Volatus for as long as you need to. Residents here, we won't charge you anything for it, but we do request that you put whatever your best skills are to use to help uphold our fortress town.
Of course.
In some way, whatever that may be. I mean, we have plenty of jobs available, or if there's something else that you think you can do, just let us know.
Okay, can do. Thank you.
As a society here, we don't have many rules. We simply strive to uphold Bahamut's ideals of honor and justice, to be constantly vigilant against evil, and oppose it on all fronts. Protect the weak, defend just order, and liberate those who need it. Arendelle has told me your story in Erran, and we're on your side.
Thank you for believing it.
Yeah, thank you.
Florentine speaks up now and is like, I won't suppose to know how long you're expecting to stay. Don't worry. If you will be working, there is a basic wage of 30 gold a month that you will just be receiving for helping out. If you have any further skills you want to put to use, speak to, say, the stable master or the forge, and if you give skilled labor, then you will be paid extra. And whatever you need here, do not fail to ask us. We will strive to help.
Thank you for everything.
In some time, we'd like to talk about everything that happened in Erran. This does also feel like a matter that the Brotherhood would like to address, but not today. There's plenty of time for that.
Do you have safe ways that we'd be able to contact anyone?
We have mages capable of sending, and we can have people deliver letters carefully. If there's people that you do trust, we can deliver messages.
Thank you.
But we would also say it's not necessarily the safest thing to inform people of your location.
No.
Or give them any information that may endanger them.
Icarus goes a little pale.
Take your time settling in. We won't expect you to work in the next week. If you have any questions, please just ask us.
Alright, thank you. I think at the moment we might be a little bit overwhelmed to ask questions, but...
Completely understandable. And she was like, yeah, we won't keep you. We have work to do. You have time to adjust. And then he's like, Arundel, I will keep you. I want to speak to you. Ryan's just like, okay.
Okay, we'll see you in a bit then.
Yeah, see you in a while.
Okay. Thank you again. Bow towards the council.
They bow their heads back. You can see it's very much a society of equality that they have here, and the council speak to you as equals and not as
Subjects.
You're not as subjects. As you head back out, Damon's just like, that's different.
Seems pretty chill.
I'm gonna go. I saw a tavern outside.
Tavern?
I'm gonna go and have a few drinks and then maybe a few more drinks and then maybe go back to sleep.
Yeah, do you know what? I will too.
Pandora?
She dazedly shakes her head.
Do you want to see if there's like a library or an archive or something? Do you want to just go back to your room? I will escort Pandora back to her room, holding her hand.
We'll see you later. Damon will give Pandora a kiss on the forehead. And with that, you split up to rest and recuperate and adjust. 5 months later. Running through the mountain fortress of Arx Volatus, slipping under the walls and off the edge of the mountainside, is a river crashing into a freezing, vast waterfall that drops about 80 feet off the edge of the cliff. At the bottom of this is a crystal pool of water with some rocks in it and some fish. Leads further down into smaller waterfalls and trails off down towards the chase. On one of these rocks is a Triton. Icarus. You found yourself in a nice meditative spot that you have enjoyed over the past months. Quiet, alone. It's completely peaceful.
Water just crashing on top of me.
It's coming up to early evening today, with the sun just starting to show the first colours of the sunset. As you finish up your meditation and swim back out to the shore, shake yourself off, and get dressed again. What are you wearing? How do you look now?
Okay.
New threads.
New threads.
Slightly soggy threads.
No, I dried myself off. Icarus now has a scar on his face just above his right eye that cuts through his eyebrow, and carefully styled stubble that he puts a lot of effort into. It follows a sharp jawline and across his top lip. On his right arm is the black ink sleeve tattoo that they had done 6 months ago, featuring a lightning storm around the top of his shoulder and bicep, with crashing waves upon his forearm and a rising sun above the waves at his elbow. His clothes: he is wearing a loose sleeveless shirt underneath a sleeveless brown coat with the taut lapels. He keeps his coat closed using a sand-coloured sash around the waist with a belt and a golden symbol of cord fastened at the front. Hanging at the belt is a sheath that holds an old and worn short sword that belonged to Lorelei. On his legs are dark-fitted trousers that tuck into knee-high boots, which actually have openings at the side that allow his calf fronds to sit comfortably out without constriction.
I love it. You pull this outfit back on and you head up back towards the mountain fortress. There's a staircase cut into the rock here. Can't be seen if you don't know it's there. You sort of slip into a little crevice in the side, and then there's a spiral staircase cut going directly up the cliffside. This pool of water is often used for fishing or a nice little hidey spot for people to sneak off with their significant other.
Oh, cute.
You climb up to the top, dripping a little bit onto the steps, making them slightly slippy. And you reach just outside the mountain fortress walls, these small, agricultural fields they use for their self-sustaining lifestyle here. And as you walk through the fields, back towards the gates, you catch a glimpse of a friend just finishing a work day in the farming fields. Maze.
Yeah. Maze physically hasn't really changed that much, still kind of androgynous chubby, the messy brown hair that has all the loose curls at the front, still tied tightly back in a bun, but it's a little bit smaller than it was. They've had a little bit of a haircut at the back. Maze is layered up in black for the most part. Base layer of a loose long sleeve top tucked into the braces of moonlight that they have. Over that, a vest-like robe that ends just above the knee with a grey obi belt that wraps around, that is secured with a red sash, and the little symbol of Pelor that Icarus gave to them. At both ends of the both ends tucked into the back of the obi is a larger, darker, like cold grey coloured sash that kind of wraps over around one shoulder under the arm, and the ends are tucked in. They've got black Hakama trousers that are kind of baggy and then tuck into boots that come up to their knee. And they've got little grey wrapped leg armour that kind of match the braces of moonlight. And that's Maze now. They've also gotten a bit stronger in the arms from all of the like farming work. Yeah, they've got some guns now.
Maze, you can wave goodbye to the people you work with in the fields for the day. Join Icarus as he walks back towards the fortress.
Hey buddy.
Hey, you've been working all day?
Yeah, you've been getting wet again?
That's my hobby. Just getting wet.
Sure. So, you doing anything tonight?
No,
Just
not really.
hang out?
Yeah, we can do that. It'd be good.
Yeah, I feel like I haven't had an evening for a while.
No. Well, you've been busy. We've all been busy. No, but that sounds good.
It'd be nice to not force myself to just work for an evening.
Yeah. You want to go for drinks or something, or?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Great.
I'm gonna beat someone at dice again.
I think Damon's there tonight, so.
I'm gonna beat Damon at dice.
Okay.
He will take that bet.
He will take that bet. You head up towards the stone bridge. Has some steps up from the fields onto the main stone bridge, and towards the huge metal gate set into the marble walls, which are open during the day. They close them at night to keep everyone safe, but they open them at day. They're an isolated fortress. It's not like they're expecting to keep out raiders every day of the week. And you head in through these gates. As you do, you see this sprawling but quite small town, different tiers of grounds out of here. You can hear the griffins and the horses in the stable, people milling around, some people opening up their little stalls and shops for the evening, some people closing them down from the daytime. You can hear the hammering of metal in the forge, and various other workspaces. And as you do walk in, you see the doors open to what you know is the library building, and a very familiar orange tiefling comes strolling out. Pandora, what are you wearing?
Question on everybody's lips.
For anyone who doesn't know her, is a burnt orange tiefling with now longer, starting dark brown hair, which fades into a red and then blonde ombre. It's a little more blondie at the ends. She's wearing a dark blue dress, embellished with lavender ruffled underskirts and sleeves. The front of the skirts come up higher than the back of the skirts, and the straps are slim to reveal her shoulders and her now tattooed collarbones.
Hell yeah.
She wears dark blue knee-high boots and thigh-high stockings, a brown waist cincher belt, and a brown spellbook holster adorned with the moon and stars buckle. She wears a lot of gold rings and jewellery, as well as the gold arm cuff that you gave her the arm cuff, didn't you? Yeah. As well as the gold arm cuff connecting to her tangerine crystal focus, and on her head is the hat of wizardry.
Yes!
Her expression is colder, harder, and her teeth are clenched and her back stiff. There's no joy or softness in her face, and her voice is cold and sharp when she does speak.
And yet...
Hey, Dora! Hi.
Hi.
We're heading out tonight if you want to come join us. We've not actually seen each other probably for a while.
I feel like none of us ever take a break, so we should get together.
Okay.
Great. That'll be nice.
Yeah.
What have you been up to?
Been busy.
Yeah?
With stuff.
Been helping out in the library again?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Yeah. With the alchemist.
Yeah? You're probably putting things in order even better than they did, huh?
It's pretty well catalogued.
That's good.
How is the alchemy stuff going?
Yeah, pretty good.
Okay, cool. And while if you ever want to talk about it, I've been doing some herbalism, so
Okay.
we can swap tips.
Sure.
Okay.
As you continue on away from the library, start walking up a couple of the tiers, you do see coming out of the, it's like the leather workers shop front, you see Damianos. The most different thing about him now is the fact that his hair has grown down way past his shoulders, littered with dreads throughout and one tied back from his face. And he's wearing trousers for the first time in his life.
What?
Brown braque trousers with knee-high leather boots, a sleeveless leather tunic on top, and a wolf pelt mantle over his shoulders. Still with a cape, although it's longer and a bit tattered compared to the glorious one that he used to wear at the Moor Arena. He sees you all and he's like, Hey,
Hey, James.
how you doing?
Yeah, good. We're going to the bar. I thought you'd already be there.
Oh no, I'm still just finishing up some work, but tavern sounds good.
Yeah?
Yeah, wanna play some games?
You know I do.
Okay, I'm gonna beat your ass.
And you start continuing to make your way up towards the Bard and Baron Tavern, as you know it as, which is the only tavern here in Arx Volatus.
Cornered the market.
As you do head up, you pass a group of people in these white robes and red veils that you now know to be the Metacula. They are all different races and genders, but whilst their faces are hidden, you can obviously make out like the pale blue skin of an Air Genasi, the strong shoulders of a half-orc, among other races amongst them. The evening light glints off silver jewellery and gems that adorn their beautiful robes. Occasionally one of them stopping, separating from the group and bending down to aid somebody, or talking to somebody else and just dropping a compliment on them. You have learned over the last few months that the Metacula are worshippers of Soon. They came here as refugees after a fiend destroyed their temple. They worship Soon by spreading her love, but they cover their own faces, as they believe all people are beautiful and shouldn't be judged on their appearances.
Oh, that's really nice.
And they offer help here. The Metacula offer help as like mother figures still, regardless of gender. They help raise children. They are responsible for a large amount of the cooking that's done, like for the great halls. They do a lot of the healing here. A lot of typical mother jobs fall on these Soon worshipping refugees. You pass them by, and you head up to the front of the Bard and Baron Tavern, which from the outside looks delightful, snug, well maintained. Grey stone and wooden pillars making up most of the outside of its structure. Darkened windows with curtains drawn across, little thin slithers of warm light pouring out. You can hear playful chatter and joyous drinking songs spilling from the inside already. As you do, Maze,
Yes.
you see,
Uh-huh.
I believe you have the highest passive perception.
Oh, yeah.
You,
Plus 18.
you see sneaking up behind Icarus, a tall half-elf, half-orc with long dark hair. You recognise Yusuf sneaking up behind you guys. He grabs Icarus around the waist, is like, hey!
Hey!
And peppers the side of your face with kisses.
Oh!
How you doing?
Yeah, good. You? You seem in a good mood.
Yeah, I'm in a good mood. And it's just gonna like lift you up off the ground and start carrying you into the tavern. We're going for drinks, I don't care if you weren't.
Put me down!
Damon, pick me up.
Okay. Put a hand around you and then clock Pandora.
Yes.
She'll give you a cold look and walk into the tavern.
Oh. Throw Maze over one shoulder and push inside the tavern after Pandora. You enter through a heavily used wooden door and you're welcomed by overall happiness and feeling of comfort inside this place. It's noisy, It's busy. You see the bartender, a human man with a very thick, dark moustache that you know is Griswold. He's handling some customers, but he still manages to give you guys a short wave as you come in. You can see the petite half-elven waitress Zila tending some of the tables at the other end of the room. It's as charming on the inside as it is on the outside. Rounded stone beams throughout support the upper floor, and you see strings of lights attached to the ceiling beams. They're throwing a warm light over the whole room. At one end of the tavern, a large fireplace crackles, well tended, kept well lit, and it's very warm in here considering how cold it is outside in the mountain air. The walls are swarmed with flags of all shapes and sizes. Flags for the Brotherhood with their sigil of the Griffon on it. Others from nearby towns and provinces, and even further away, which are, as you understand it, the flags of people who've come here and made this their home when they've had to leave theirs. Small reminders of where they came from. The tavern is packed. There are several long tables which are occupied by separate groups of people, all of which seem to be enjoying themselves, eating, drinking more, gambling, drinking some more. There are even more people packed in at smaller tables. Most of the stalls at the bar are occupied, but nobody seems to mind. Even more people sliding in tonight. There's laughter and merriment from everybody inside, and you know that pretty much everyone knows everybody around here, considering the size of the town. There's a slight cheer from a few patrons as Damon enters with maize on his shoulders.
I throw my arms around.
He will plop you down.
Gracefully dismount.
Dice later.
Absolutely.
Yes. And he will make his way with a pat on your back towards a short stool by the stairs. And his Kithara is already there.
Oh.
And so he will just pull it up onto his lap and be like, quiet down, I know you want it, and just start playing some Irani music. One group down the far end by the fireplace do catch your eye. A handful of the Brotherhood mercenaries that you've befriended over the last few months. They're gambling over contracts. You know this game quite well. One of them, you recognise the blonde-haired elf with the ringlets and the very pale skin, Lysander, who flew you here months ago, waves you three over to join, and gets the others like, come on, budge up, and gets them to make a space for you on like one of the wooden benches.
Nice. I go to sit down. Yusuf sits down first when I end up on their lap, like, ah!
Nice. Yusuf's like, yeah, you're gonna sit here. Amongst the group, you see Vaya, a petite half-elf woman with dark hair and eyes, and some halfling features. You see Bjork, a broad and tall orc.
Yes!
Bjork the orc.
Full orc, not half orc.
Bjork the orc!
Bjork the orc.
Bjork.
Now taking up like a whole seat to himself because he's huge.
I can't believe you've done this.
He's got long hair in a bun. It's much neater than Maze's bun.
Of course it is. It's not hard.
You see Nefel, a red-haired and androgynous elf. Emery, a very severe-faced high elf with tight, dark curls and brown skin. A pair of half-moon glasses, not partaking in the gambling of contracts. Boo!
No nonsense, Emery.
And finally Seros, a shorter half-orc, half-elf than Yusuf, with curly black hair and a slightly scraggly face of stubble. Drunk on a stool in the corner, leaning heavily on his hand, like, as he watches the festivities. You can't quite gather whether or not he's actually gambling or not. But as you say, he goes, and throws another couple of coins into the middle of the table. And they're like, not the game we're playing.
I'll have them.
Sit. We're gambling again, Lysander said, over contracts that we don't want.
Alright, okay.
Are you
What's
in?
on the table?
Well, this one in particular today. There's a nobleman down in one of the towns nearby, and it's not particularly our kind of thing. His daughter wants to become an adventurer, and he has hired some actors to play bandits in the area, and he wants a band of mercenaries to take his daughter on an adventure to stop them.
So a bad adventure.
Well,
Or-
yeah, like an adventure that is enough to satisfy her or put her off, I guess.
Okay.
Okay, that'd be easy.
That's easy, but like, really poor description of what he actually wants.
Do we kill? You wouldn't kill the actors, so.
No, we're not gonna kill the actors.
That's what I'm saying. Listen.
So, are you in?
Sure.
Yeah, why not? Is that the only one we got, or?
We've got one here for no less than 400 rats in the basement of a warehouse. Just need to clear out 400 rats.
And they came to you guys for that?
Yes.
That's a lot. That's like a lot of rats.
That's a lot of rats.
How did that happen?
I can't say. Another one, there's a Tanner's Guild. They need us to collect some wolf pelts. They've got some winter wolves, I believe, bothering them. And it's an easy one, but it's too far away, not worth the money.
Alright, well, sure, let's... I mean, what game are we playing? Dice? Cards?
Let's do dice.
Sure.
I'm in.
Great.
Is Pandora just watching this silently? Or she sat elsewhere?
Probably with a drink,
Okay.
just aside. Probably with the spectacled.
Yeah, Emery, he's just
Yeah.
like, come sit over here, we
More
know
pain.
this is below us.
More paying attention to Damon's nice music.
Watching the fools, the idiot brigade.
Hey.
So, what we're gonna do is anyone who's playing take 2d6. I will roll a couple because I've got at least 3
Multiple
people
people.
playing this, yeah. An initial roll of 7 or 11 wins,
Okay.
and if you win, you get to not roll anymore.
Okay.
The idea of winning the contract no one wants is the very last loser
Right.
gets to do the contract.
So you want to win
You
quickly.
want to win quickly and pull out so you don't have to have anything to do with it.
Okay.
Lysander's gonna play, Bjork's gonna play, and Nefel.
Okay.
Bring it on. 5?
4.
5, hang on. Oh, we've got a 7.
Oh!
We got a 7. Lysander's like, I'm out. I'm out, I'm gonna sit down.
Oh god, again. 6.
6.
Oh, Bjork is out.
Oh!
Oh!
Oh god.
Nefel is out, it's just...
No!
It's just
But we need to do it together anyway! Okay, let's see what it is. Whose it is though.
Fine.
I got an 8.
I got a 5. 6.
9. 10.
11.
The contract goes to Icarus.
Yeah! Neat.
So you're gonna take the nobleman one?
Yeah, why
Or do you
not?
want the rats or the wolf pelts?
I will take the. Well, I mean, technically the nobleman is a rat. So.
Yusuf, who's wrapped yourself on just like buries his face in your back and is like
It's just like the weird sort of shoulder vibrating silent chuckle.
Yeah, we'll take the noble one. Why not?
Do you want a hand with that?
Yeah. Please.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always up for a contract with the team.
Yeah, Dora, you wanna come join us? It'll be fun.
Will it?
Yeah, why not? We have to go and pretend to be big mercenary people and help this girl live her dreams.
Great.
Yeah. Great. The 3 of us will do it, why not?
great. Is anyone in for the next round? Rats and wolf pelts?
I mean, we've already got our contract now, so I think we can leave those to you
And you
guys.
can pull out. You in, Saros? Throw some coins on the table.
If he doesn't want them, I'll have it.
Scoop up 2 gold.
Nice.
Doesn't stop.
Icarus, you have so much gold!
Just robbing this poor drunk man.
I just wait for him to throw it on the table and I'm like, nice.
Left hand is like, dice. Saros, throw dice. So, throws some dice down, rolls a 7 straight away. That's what I thought. Where's my drink?
I'm gonna go get some drinks.
Yes, please.
I'll be back. Which one?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yusuf?
Yeah, I'll have an ale.
Dora?
Huh?
Drink?
Okay. Yes, please.
Okay. May as well go get drinks for everyone.
We can go get drinks. It's only like 2 silver for a whole
Get
round.
Some wine, some ale. And I'm minted like right now, so.
Emery will turn to you, Pandora, and be like, so I know the archiving's going well, but how's the alchemy?
Yeah, it's fine. It's busy. Always lots of things to make.
You know, there's some designated rooms at the back of the fortress for doing some more experimental stuff,
Really?
if it interests you.
What kind of rooms are we talking about?
Well, right at the back, set into the mountain, there are some chambers that are completely disused. There used to be a treasury, I think, but we don't have that anymore.
You say chamber, how big?
Big. Like 80 feet each direction.
And not many people know about this.
No.
Can you show me?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
It's good for experimental magic and figuring stuff out. Practicing, too. You don't want to blow up half the mountain.
No, that's sounds useful. Thank you.
Is that right? Yusuf, with his arms around your waist, is just like... So were you working today?
Oh, no, I had the day off, so I was down at the waterfall again.
I like that waterfall.
I like that waterfall too.
Yeah. If you'd have told me you were going to be down at the waterfall.
Well, if I told you that I was going to be at the waterfall, I wouldn't have got any meditating done.
They've switched in the waterfall.
Well, maybe next time. Maybe next time?
Yeah, maybe next time. That'll be good.
Later.
Later?
I don't know, maybe.
Okay. Let's get a few drinks on us then.
Oh, if you need a few drinks?
I don't need a few drinks, but I want a few drinks.
I will come back with the round of drinks. Like, someone say drinks?
Yeah, Icarus needs a few drinks in him before we can have a alone time, apparently.
Wow, that's not what I said.
Don't be rude to Yusuf like that. He's beautiful.
I know he's beautiful.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's not what I meant.
I know. He's gonna tickle you.
Finn's just like,
Franz.
Hate it.
If there's anything else you want to do for the evening, otherwise it will pass you by fairly.
I'm gonna 1v1 Damon.
Oh. But in which case you can chill out here for let's say an hour or so until he's finished playing Katara, and he's like, yeah, I can't play all night. I need a drink. Boo. And fetch himself a flagon of ale. Come over and join you and be like, guys.
Dice. Okay, how much are we putting down for this?
Oh. 10 gold?
10 gold.
Are we gambling money tonight?
What? May's challenged me. You know what I'm like.
Put in a platinum.
Yeah, no, I'm in.
Yeah?
Yeah, why not?
The drinks that May's got earlier, was that 2 silver total or 2 silver?
2 silver for the
each?
whole round.
Yeah. Pandora will give you money back for the drinks.
May as well wave your hand away.
She will insist. Take it.
Fine.
Let us play craps again.
For money this time.
For money this time. So 10 gold in. You playing Pandora? Come on.
No.
Come on.
No.
Alright.
Is there any way I can try and cheat at this?
You can make a sleight of hand check
Okay.
to try and cheat. What's your passive perception, Icarus?
12. Yeah.
12. But 10.
You see Maze trying to pick up an extra dice.
It's 2 dice, just 2.
Oh, right, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, my mistake.
Oh, I didn't know. I've just been playing it for the whole evening.
What a shame. A 7.
Damn it!
7. Maze takes the 20 gold.
30.
30?
Well, 20 including you, and plus
Yeah.
yours.
Oh, right. That's 3 platinum.
Again,
Oh no.
make it 20 gold this time.
Okay.
Okay.
Damon, this is why you lived in squalor.
12!
11.
9 again?
That's 60 gold to me.
Jesus, Mace.
Again.
Like, that's more than you've earned in a month working here.
I just wanted to get over 4,000 gold. Do you really want me to thrash you more?
Yeah.
Okay.
30 gold. You in?
I'm gonna stand up and take Yusuf's hand and just be like, woo!
We're gonna leave.
We're gonna leave.
No.
Okay, 30. 7.
Jesus.
7, both of us.
Oh.
Again.
5.
5.
What's happening?
7.
8.
Oh my god.
Maze.
So that's
Holy hell.
another 60 if it was 30 each.
Yeah, well, 30 back from you.
I've been taking it out and putting it back in.
Do I do this again?
No, I think I've...
You're saying no because you're winning.
I think I've taught you your lesson tonight as to why this lifestyle didn't work out for you the first time around.
Again.
50?
My short sword, your katana.
No.
Come on.
No.
Fine, I'm out. Then we'll get off and go to the bar.
I can't believe we've just swindled our friend.
Christ. Well, like 100 gold in that, Jesus.
Yusuf and Icarus slide out of the tavern. Damon walks away to the bar. It's just you and the mercenaries and Pandora.
I'll call it a night after that. May as well go to their room with the intention of not doing any work on their cipher anyway, say another prayer to Pelor like they do every night and every morning, and then go to bed.
Pandora?
She'll turn to Emery. You busy?
No particular?
Can you show me?
Of course. He will offer you an arm out of the tavern to make it look like you're not sneaking off to break rules and do experimental magic, and then lead you out of the gates, which are still open,
Okay.
and around the side past the farm fields to like a little cave entrance in the mountainside. And then through there, it's just a metal door, plain metal door, which he will open with knock. And it would make a loud bang, but no one's paying any attention. Pushes it open, and you just see a sprawling chamber cut into the mountainside. And with a flick of magic, Emery lights up several like torch sconces on the wall. Here it is.
Well, it's pretty perfect.
What do you think you're doing?
I don't know yet. I have some ideas.
Well, I can leave you to it if you want. If you need assistance.
What time is it?
Now, I mean, that was only a couple of hours, so like 9 p.m.
How are you planning on helping?
I don't know if I don't know what you're planning on doing.
She's gonna grab him by the collar and kiss him.
Oof! He kisses you back. He's like, okay. And he will just kiss you back. Hands come down to your waist.
Guess they'll stay there for a bit.
Yeah, they will.
Mr. Rossi.
Mr. Rossi. Okay, that's how your evenings play out. Morning rolls around, and you hear from one of the Brotherhood, like, the contract is ready to undertake, if you want to. And as you sort of coming down and preparing to head out and take a contract, which you've done a handful of times over the last couple of months now anyway, a female elf with one eye in the Brotherhood of the Griffon uniform, who you know to be Captain Rayner. She comes into the room where you're sort of armouring up and preparing everything, and it's like, before you go,
Hey.
I was wondering if you could help me with something, the three of you.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, good. One of our rangers has reported hearing some distress sounds a little higher up the mountain from the wild griffin nest. As you know, we are sworn to keep them safe. And we haven't got any hands available who can head up and check it out. It shouldn't take too long before your contract, but this one's not massively pressing, and if you don't mind me pulling you guys away.
No, we can go. We can go check it out. Don't worry.
Yeah, that's
Great.
fine.
It's up in one of the disused keeps. One of the ones we don't use because it's falling apart slightly.
Okay. Yeah,
Great.
we'll go do that. No worries.
Thank you.
Cool.
That's okay. Do you have any more information about the place, about the layout, or where they are, or?
As far as I know, they nest on top of the keep itself. Just be careful, there's like a slightly rickety rope bridge over to it, which is why we stopped using it.
Okay.
But I mean, it might not be anything. It might be a small injury or just the baby griffins crying.
Does it sound like one of the baby griffins?
I don't know. I don't think so, honestly. I think it's probably something, maybe a creature has got up there or something.
Okay, no problem. We can definitely go check that out.
Yeah, easy enough.
It won't take us long.
Thank you.
Get ready to head out.
Yeah, get all your armor on, get your bags ready, you got your vintage bag holding,
Always.
wizard hat on, and you can head out. You've got to climb a staircase up to one of the walls of the fortress town and along towards, like, starts as a staircase cut into the mountainside and then just becomes a mountain path trekking further up towards one of the keeps. You walk along for a while. It's like very late spring at this point now, but up here at this point in the mountains, it's cold. Everywhere you go, it's cold. You know, when you head down to the lake, it probably will be starting to warm up a bit, like sort of more tepid, but even with the sun beating down, you're not more than like a couple of 100 feet from snowy caps on these mountains. And the air up here is brisk and it's windy. Crystal clear blue skies, but all the same, Pandora hates.
On the way, may as well tease Icarus about how his night went.
It went really good, thank you. You're such a good friend.
Yeah, I know. I'm just... You guys have been extra chummy recently.
We're friends, you know?
I know. I'm not saying anything. I'm saying
You're not saying anything.
I'm saying I hope you had a nice time, Icarus.
I had a great time, thank you.
You're welcome.
How much money did you steal from Damon?
Like 100.
Oh my god!
Dude doesn't know when to stop.
No, I know, that's why you need to
Trying
stop.
to bet swords.
That's why you need to stop.
I did stop.
Sooner than that.
No. You can learn a little lesson first.
He has learned so many lessons.
Clearly not enough.
Oh my god.
As you make your way up the mountain path, make me a perception check.
24.
11.
16, so 18.
Okay. The path splits up ahead, but you two, as you're bantering, you do see the one that looks less like it is the actual path. Further ahead, you can see like a rickety... A rope bridge is a very loose...
Generous.
It's a very generous term, yeah. It's kind of like some planks stuck to the edge of the cliff with a bit of rope strung along the rock.
Oh, good. That looks like the rope bridge we should probably assess it before we try and cross it.
Yeah, or see if we can come up with something better.
Well, I mean, if you're the most dexterous of us, we tie a rope to you, and then you take the rope over just for extra.
I was thinking of making some sort of like tightrope or something we could climb or walk across.
We can definitely think of that.
Yeah.
Okay. You approach up to the edge of these planks and you see that they are, I mean, it's a wooden plank and then a sheer drop, and they're just kind of fixed onto the rock loosely with this old rope strung from one end to the other against the rock to like hold on to.
Maze will pull out their length of silk rope, tie one end around himself, give the other end to Icarus. I'll make my way across and secure it to the other side.
Sure. You got this, guidance. And I will give you the Pandora the other end.
Hold on to it.
Okay.
I'll start climbing across this bridge the best I can.
Yeah, make me an athletics check to like shimmy along this bridge with the rotting boards and the bad rope.
22.
I'm my guidance, thank you.
It lasts for a minute, right?
It does indeed.
So I would rather save it for
Just in case.
Just in case if I start falling.
Yeah. You edge across. It's not too bad. With one person on here, it takes weight pretty well, and you scoot to the other side. You feel some points where it's like the boards are ready to give, and you hear like the crumple of some bits of stone falling away underneath, but it takes your weight and you get to the other side.
Okay. I'll secure it to this side.
Yeah, there's probably like a metal loop that's been hammered into that the old rope is sort of strung onto.
Yeah, I'll untie it for myself, secure it into that, and like keep a hold of the pole as well.
Okay, do you want to go across, Laura?
Do you not want to go next?
Oh no, it's fine, I'll wait.
Okay.
I'd rather be holding this side.
She'll sort of take a look at it, sort of judging the distance, and look a bit frustrated, and then start making her way across.
Okay. So first of all, make a dex check.
1. So 4.
4. It's fine. You edging along. You get about 15 feet, and you see the board just splintering underneath you, and it starts to break away from the cliff face behind you. So there's still ahead of you. You haven't fallen, but it's just starting to collapse behind you.
Okay, how far to the end?
35 feet.
Just gonna keep heading forward.
Yeah, you can keep shimmying forward as it collapses away from behind you. Another 5 feet until there's 30 left.
Yep, she's gonna misty step.
Oh!
Like disappear in a puff of black smoke and reappear on the other side.
Just, you see the board collapsing away from under Pandora as she shimmies across. Her face just completely stoic regarding this, as panicked as you two feel, and then she misty steps in a poof of black smoke and appears beside Maze.
Oh,
Hey, that was cool!
neat trick.
Yep. How are we gonna get them across?
Is there a pole on your end to tie it to? You can shimmy along.
Yeah, is there a thing on this side?
Yeah, there is one.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna tie it to this side then. Use one of my sailor's knots.
Yeah.
And then just, with my feet against the wall, hold on to the rope, so I'm basically like
Shimmying along.
rock climbing the wall rather than, because there's no boards now.
Maybe a dex check.
Please.
Getting back's gonna be interesting.
14?
14. Yeah, it's not completely steady. There's a few times you have to stop and just like hold on to the rope. But you
Windy.
manage to shimmy across to the point where the boards still are, and then like rest your feet on those and shimmy the rest of the way. And at least the rope's tied at both ends now, so when you need to get back, there's a rope.
I'm gonna retrieve that rope when we're done with it.
I have a plan, don't worry.
Oh, that's interesting.
Okay, make another perception check.
That's 15.
18.
Natural one.
Pandora, as you keep walking up the next bit of path away from this rickety bridge, it takes you a moment, but after you've gone about like 25 feet, you realise that some of the shadows don't look natural.
Bad.
They look like the sun's hitting things and the shadows are like in the wrong places.
There's something wrong.
What do you mean?
Shadows are weird. Look.
As Pandora points out, it takes you a moment, but you're like, oh yeah, the sun is hitting that directly in one direction, and the shadow is like completely off.
Look up to see.
Nothing above you.
Keep your wits about you. Could be some sort of spirit or...
Can I get Arcana check? Just to see if there's anything magically weird going on.
Yeah, you can make an Arcana check.
Who's gonna not betray me? Arcana's now +7. That's a 4, so that's 11.
You don't feel the usual like thrum of arcane energy of a spell being cast here or anything coming off an artifact or something like that. But something does feel unnatural.
Yeah, something's really off.
I would like to cast Find Traps.
Okay.
Ooh.
And just do a little scout of the 120 feet area around. Just to see if I can sense anything.
You can cast it out. You find remnants of old traps up towards the actual keep, which you're now starting to see this keep structure sticking out the side, but nothing set.
Okay. There used to be lots of traps I can sense, but there's nothing new or nothing that's set now, so just keep on alert.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
If we were in danger, we'd know.
Exactly. Let's keep moving. Carefully. Icarus will take point and start moving carefully up.
Yeah, you keep moving up, and nothing happens. You see a few more of these weird shadows that don't look like they're in the right place, and it puts you on edge, but you hear nothing, you see nothing, nothing strange happens. As you approach the bottom of the keep, you do hear the pained sounds of a griffin inside.
We'll head on in.
Yeah.
Carefully, looking around the doorway before we head in and...
Yeah. I won't make you roll for it, you poke your head around. It's quite obvious this keep is falling apart, but there's nothing lurking in here. If there was something on this level at least, it's gone. You make your way up the slightly rickety wooden stairs up to the top levels of the keep, and you see the bodies of a couple of bats that have been attacked by the griffin, you presume, and are dead on the ground, and you see this adult griffin lying on its side, letting out
Hey, we're here to help. Hi.
and you see not a wound, but what looks like a handprint on the back end of the griffin, and from there it looks like the rear end of it is turning undead. As you get closer, it sort of looks up at you, one big eye, not wanting you to get any closer.
Oh my god, I would like to cast Dispel Magic.
You cast it out. It casts, but it doesn't do anything. And you see it sort of try and drag its back legs, which don't seem to be working properly. And you see behind it a very small griffin. Sort of not brand newborn, but maybe a couple of months old.
Can we get closer to it to try and get a closer look?
You can get closer. It seems like it might try and lash out if you do, but it's also not in a particularly good state to stand up or anything.
Can one of you try and hold it?
Yeah, I can do that. Hey buddy, I'm just gonna move up real close and
Make an animal handling check to try and calm it.
oh god.
Gentleman.
13?
13. Right, you can see that it doesn't want you to touch it. It's snapping its beak, but it's not stopping you approaching. So it's
Hey. We're here to help, I promise.
Gonna try and take a closer look at the handprint and the necrotic that's going on.
yeah.
Pandora knows
You
necrotic.
take a look closer and you see basically like a ghostly kind of handprint against its body. And then the flesh just seems to be rotting with necrotic energy around it.
Does it look anything similar to my vampiric touch spell? Or like...
Not dissimilar. Like, you wouldn't say it looks identical, but...
I'm gonna try casting Remove Curse on it.
Okay. You reach down, Icarus just trying to calm it at the front.
Getting its attention, like...
You get the impression that it's more scared of something getting near to the baby than it is of you touching it. So you can put your hand on its flank, and you use Remove Curse, and you see instantly the handprint start to evaporate and disappear, and whilst it looks injured, the leg of the Griffon doesn't look rotting anymore.
While they're tending to it, can they start sort of doing a bit of a perimeter check to see if there's anything
Yeah, make an investigation check.
cause this? Just with a hand on one of the katanas, like.
You will note that the bunnies aren't out. Like,
I know, but
there's
just
no,
kind of.
no immediate danger within your vicinity.
Yeah, it's more just sort of, I know, looking for a potential attacker, not necessarily someone who's about to attack. 9.
9. You make your way around and you don't see any signs of either of anything being here or having been here.
Great.
You do see like an old chest in one corner.
Okay.
Like, seeing as like you're doing an investigation sort of sweep of the room, you see an old chest. You don't see any like footprints, you don't see any like creatures or any marks to show anything's escaped, but
I'll approach the chest and check it for traps.
make another investigation roll.
16?
16 doesn't seem to be trapped.
Oh, okay.
Like, you check it all over, doesn't seem to be any sign of a trap.
I'll open it up.
Yeah, your little trap tools, pick the lock on this thing and spring it open. There is a couple of copper coins gathering dust in the bottom, some cobwebs, and what first of all looks to be a broken dagger, like with a crack down the blade. It's got dark sort of steel blade and a golden raven's head at one end. It looks broken, but it's laying there on the bottom of the chest.
I'll take that for now, just because it looks like it could be restored or something.
Yeah, you cast Remove Curse and it's still lying there panting like it's injured, but it's no longer letting out noises of pain.
It was cursed.
Oh, good job for getting rid of it.
I don't know what kind of curse, but
Something you can research.
maybe.
As I'm talking, I'm going to be casting like healing word on the creature.
Yeah, you see it slowly sort of like move its leg.
Hey.
Start trying to get up.
It gets 5 hit points back.
Nice. It can pull itself up sort of onto its loafy haunches properly. And you see the little baby one like nestle against its side.
At least we know that was the cause of the noise.
Maybe. We should probably keep an eye out though if there's something cursed it.
Is there like different rooms leading off this main area that we're in?
There's
or
like one
stairs
more
going
little
up?
wooden staircase that goes right to like the roof of the keep.
Double check everywhere first.
Definitely.
There's no signs of anyone or anything having been in here particularly.
Okay.
I want to be doubly certain.
Definitely.
You can head on up the next staircase and make an investigation check.
Each individually or with advantage for someone?
One person with advantage.
Pandora.
That's a crit, 27.
Nice. Okay, you see some footprints at first, what you think are footprints, up here, and it's not dusty, but there's like some dirt has blown in from this being an abandoned keep at the top. And you look closer and you realise they look more like shadows. Very much like the handprint itself, like on the ground, and they're fading away now. And they seem to walk towards the edge of the keep, like towards the cliffside.
Are they sort of fading individually or like fading all together? Like
Fading all together.
there's something else here.
Okay, should we follow them?
Footprints are disappearing, something was just here.
We should follow to see where it went to, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah. You can walk up to the edge of the keep, look down, and how can anything have gone down there? I mean, there's a drop that goes down the cliffside to like the next little ledge bit. It's a long way for anything to have fallen.
Are the shadows weird here as well, like in the wrong places?
Yes.
The dragon that we fought 5 months ago, that was like... You said it sort of was swirling with
It was
like a...
smoking with like black and purple shadows, yeah.
Do you guys remember the dragon we fought on our way here?
Yep.
How that was kind of shadowy.
And it disappeared into a void.
Yeah. Is that a thing that shadowy creatures can do?
Maybe.
Something that can shift between light and darkness?
Do we know of any creatures that would do that, or...?
Make a Arcana check.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Like no specific creature comes to mind, but you have heard of things from the realm of shadow, for example. Like the plane of shadow, not something you particularly expect to see here in the mountains by the Shaste.
Not that you're usually native to here. It's from another realm, maybe, but that's...
I don't know, it just... It's the only other thing I could think of. Just the dragon. But yeah, we should keep looking around.
Yeah.
As you stood up there, as you sort of turn away from the edge, you feel a rumble under your feet. And you feel this roof of the keep starting to crack and crumble underneath you. Everybody make me a dex save.
God. 17.
17.
Oh my god. 18.
18, okay. All of you are okay, rushing back to the staircase, and you feel like parts of the keep starting to collapse off the side of the cliff from where it's so old. But the three of you, and you see the Griffon already picking up its baby and making its way out, sort of scarper out of the outside of this keep back onto the mountainside, as you watch like half of it just slide away down the cliff edge.
God. Well, they definitely can't reopen this one, huh?
No.
Okay, we should head back now we know what that noise was and do some research on this shadow thing.
And let them know what's going on and that someone was cursing a griffin.
Yes.
Very quickly before we go, Pandora's gonna sort of inch back out to where the sort of roof fell and the portion of the keep fell down the cliff. Is it a case of like the mortar between the stone sort of eroding away, or is it the stones themselves that have cracked and fallen?
Taking a look, you don't need to roll for it, the stones look like they've cracked in half.
This was done deliberately. It's not a case of age.
Do you think now, or like in the past, we would just the right amount of weight to set it off, or?
Or if it was an age thing, the mortar would have crumbled.
True.
Again, this isn't something we can do anything about right now. We should let them know. Back down the mountain.
We'll just have a look out from where we are, see if anyone's watching us.
You look out, as far as you can see there's nothing, there's no people, you're just looking out at the mountain landscape. There's nowhere to hide. There's nothing to see.
She's frustrated.
The Griffin picks up its baby and just makes its way higher up. You see it take off of the cliff and sort of curve round higher into the peaks, probably to find a new nest.
Okay, we should head down then and
Yeah.
tell them what's been going on.
We've got a contract to get to anyway, so...
Okay. You make your way back down. You still see these weird shadows. Frustrating. Not being able to figure out what this is.
Actually, as we're passing by the weird shadows, may as well just nudge Icarus and be like, hey, can you do that thing where you just bust out a bunch of divine light from yourself? See if it scares them off or does anything.
Sure. I will hold up my symbol of cord
Back up from you so as not to be in the range.
and just cast out a word of radiance. So just speak Cord's name.
You see Word of Radiance and this like explosion of radiant light. It seems to like sculpt around these weird shadows. It doesn't touch them.
I hate this. I hate that.
What?
That's awful, but good to know.
Put my hand into like where one of the shadows is, so like
It's like you're looking at your hand through like a strange water texture. Like you're looking at it through something else.
cast word of radiance again.
It lights just inside the shadow.
Did you guys see that?
Mm-hmm.
It's like a... I don't know.
Pandora's gonna move to stand in one of the shadows and try and see anything inside it.
There's nothing different standing inside it apart from this like sort of strange, like almost like your eyes are out of focus between here and where you were just stood.
We should keep moving.
Yeah. I don't want to stay around here too long. This is creepy.
Okay. How do you get back across the rope?
Yeah, how are you going to get my rope back to me?
Here's my plan.
Okay.
2 people go across first. Last person unties the rope from this side, ties it around their waist, and then runs.
Swings. Oh, runs! Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes, you guys
Right.
go first.
Okay.
Runs? Okay. You two,
So glad you're on my level.
with this rope here, make me a dex check and advantage to get back across.
Minus 21. Oh.
12.
12. It's okay.
I thought it was the 6. I was like, I rolled a 2 and a 6. 9. I was like,
Luckily the dot was on your side.
Yeah, you're okay. Like, you're still wobbly on this way
Yeah.
across. Like, you're fine crossing it, but you glance back over your shoulder and you see the, like, 1,000-foot drop below you.
he just pulls himself closer to the wall and is like, do you know what? I just realized I don't like heights.
New fear unlocked.
Okay.
And you edge the rest of the way across safely. Nice.
Make sure to hold tight on that end.
Oh, I am.
I'll tie the rope tight around my waist.
You still have guidance. Oh no, he lost a minute, damn it.
That's long gone, my dude.
Way gone.
Put a nice pull, make sure it's nice and taut on my end. Kind of judge it a little bit, and literally just try and give myself enough running momentum to sort of turn sideways and sprint along it.
You're gonna make me an acrobatics check.
Oh boy.
Because that's whack.
This is me who's been playing a monk in my home game, like, oh, monks can do this. Wait,
You're not a
monks
monk.
can't. 8.
8. It's a good thing you guys are holding on. As Maze sees this and is like, this is a great idea, I can do this. You run and you jump, and like, you can't run more than 3 steps sideways on a wall, you're not trained for that. And Maze just drops. You drop slowly, because each of you has a featherfall token from the Brotherhood. So you fall really annoyingly slowly. And these two are able to just like pull you up the other side.
Wish I fell quicker, I don't like wallowing in my failure.
No, see, okay, I didn't explain it properly. When I'm pulling you up, I didn't explain it properly.
No, I knew what you meant, Icarus.
No, you didn't.
I wanted to do it like that.
Oh, because I was saying like if you go down the wall and you'd like swing down and up.
No.
Are you guys done?
Yeah, I mean, Maze is back now, so...
Well, thanks for getting my rope back to me.
It's okay.
We need to get back.
Yeah. Come to your library and you can show us where we need to go to look into this kind of thing.
After we finish our job for the day.
Yeah.
You head back down. As you do, make me one more perception check.
19.
16.
Crete 23.
All 3 of you then. Pandora first, then Maze, then Icarus. will start to become aware of a small glow of red, like arcane light in the center of your chests. And then it starts to become visible, stretching ahead of you, back towards Arx Volatus. You realise you've heard this described before, and you've seen it a long time ago now, in dreams. These thin red threads leading forwards back down towards the fortress itself.
I'm gonna grab my sending necklace and just send a message to Damon immediately. Hey, is everything okay with you? We've just got some red threads appear in our chests. I'm not okay with that.
You just get back. Yeah, I'm perfectly fine, just at work, nothing happening.
Okay, Damon's fine.
But you spoke to him, so that means we're not dreaming right now. We haven't just walked into some weird waking dream.
No, he said he's at work. Let's just get back quickly.
You move quicker.
Yeah.
You move down the mountain path, being careful but moving twice the pace you climbed up here.
Yeah.
As you approach, you notice the red continues to stretch and weave around the corners, and when you catch sight of the fortress, it's there, but everything looks wrong. The towers are collapsed, the courtyards scattered with the fallen forms of your friends and allies who live there. The sky above the fortress is torn open with a black cloud crackling with dark purple flashes throughout it. Around the courtyard you see humanoid shadowy shapes like the shadows of men come alive and moving quickly from one side to the other. In the center stands a colossal humanoid shape. Obsidian stone, black skin, wisps of smoke coming around for its 25-foot form, glowing green-blue eyes in a near-featureless face with two huge horns twisting backwards out of its head, like something out of the hells, maybe. And then as you see that, images flash through your heads. Your body's feeling as though they've been forced through the air at great speeds. You see a prison packed with men seeming to sway back and forth as if they were on the waves. You see the colours of the flags of Erran. You see yourselves at the helm of a ship sailing towards the setting sun. A flash of green. Some towering giant in misty skies. You see the golden scales of a dragon slowly turning green. A huge ancient tree, maybe 100-foot tall and 30-foot around the trunk. It looks to be rotting from the roots up to the leaves, drooping, the land and the flora and the fauna around it dying, animals desperate for aid, people's bodies strewn about. You see the red threads in your chest now stretching as these images stop. They don't break, but they twist and they tangle together with other threads, forming what looks like a spider web of them. The image of that burned into your mind. As you come out of the vision, you find yourselves breathless, heaving for air, steadying yourself there at the edge of this cliff, looking down at Arx Volatus and finding it perfectly intact again. Dozens of citizens and soldiers alike simply going about their day, until you see in the center of the courtyard a strange gathering of shadows. And that's where we'll end tonight.
I was having a nice time.
Fate!
No.
You don't call for 5 months? And this is how you greet us?
And then you come to my house?
You come to our house? That ex that just won't leave you alone?
Welcome back, babies.
Welcome back to Devils!
We fought a dragon this episode.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
did.
we did.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
This is a lot.
Welcome to Delphos Arc 2, Winds of Fortune.
Winds of Fortune!
Winds of Fortune, hashtag Winds of Fortune.
I thought the fortune bit was about the fact that you robbed Damon.
Yes. I'm the fortune now.
Thank you for DMing.
Thank you guys very much for playing, and thank you guys for watching. We'd like to remind you once again, or for the first time if you've just joined us, that we have a Patreon. You can find us at patreon.com/nyxrising. We have half a dozen tiers there where you can get access to things like blooper reels and outtakes, character art, extra character stories, lots more stuff like that. We're doing a world building project where you can help us design an entire D&D setting. So if you'd be interested in supporting us, that is where you can do it, and you can get access to our Live for the Party Discord server. And I would like to say thank you to all of the fans who have helped us see this through to a second arc.
My God, thank you.
So exciting.
Thank you to everybody who has helped us with the art recap we did at the start of this episode. And thank you, just to you, for watching.
We love you.
Until next time, I'm R, we are nyxrising, and we love you. We'll see you on Wednesday.
Bye! These rats are getting too smart. They do move in herds. I saw one under someone's hat the other day. Was it the chef? I have theories about... I work in the kitchens, Icarus.
Hey there, it's Damianos. Thank you for joining us for the start of the second arc of the Delphos saga. It looks like there's more trouble ahead yet. If you want to help us fund our adventures, you can support us at patreon.com/nyxrising, or check out our Teespring merch store. Special thank yous, as always, to our executive producers, Jameson M., Lissa, Stef Sharp, Katelyn Ferguson, Alexandra Johnson, Liam Moran, Mason Scott, Meghan Charles, Adira A., and Emily Hogarth. Until next time, may the winds of fortune blow your way, and we'll see you on Wednesday.